had a. We're live, Scott. Hey, I was just saying you can talk about your $500
Windfall.
uh, windfall all you want to. Go ahead.
So, so I'm not generally the kind of person that is good at winning contests, but my wife's work did a. She works for an engineering firm, and they did a hangar. Let's put it that way for the Air Force.
Uh-huh.
New design, brand new hangar, big deal, big deal. It's for huge stealth type stuff. Let's put it that way. Huge bombers. Actually,
Will it
even
look like
be,
the old giant Quonset hut, or will
no,
it be even different?
no,
Okay,
no, no.
okay,
This is no, it's modern, but
okay.
but they can take a B-52 in it and work on it. So
Cool.
it's huge, big deal for a company, big deal for the Air Force. Uh, so they wanted to do like a challenge coin to commemorate it, and so they
Uh-huh.
had a contest. Well, that's what my work does.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife and I designed this challenge coin,
Mm-hmm.
and I drew it like I would something at work, and we won. And first prize was $500. So
Man, that is so cool. I mean, it's not like you had insider tracks either. It was just you winning it, huh?
no, yeah, no, I just did it and won it. And there were some good entries. There was about a dozen entries,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'll tell you, the I have there I before I won when Michelle and I first got married and I was in art school. We lived in an apartment complex and it would have been 1980, 87, 87 or 88. It was either the Christmas of 87 or 88, and probably 88. And the apartment had a door decorating contest, and first prize was a free month's rent. And I decorated. I made this big cardboard thing of Santa Claus with a chimney. I painted a box like a chimney, and it all hung over our door.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a chimney and a flames coming out, and it had Santa Claus jumping in the air with his rear end on fire. And at the bottom, I made a big sign that said "Don't forget." And I hot glue gun the whole thing together, and I hung it on the door. In fact, you couldn't close the apartment door. You had to you you I forget how it worked, but you could close the apartment door, but you couldn't close it for the outside. That's what it was.
Uh,
And so I went inside, I closed the apartment door, and I climbed out the window, and I pulled the window all the way down because I was like, but we won. And I mean, at that time we were so broke that like a free month's rent was like
yeah.
winning the lottery. Even though it was only I think I said it's $200, $199. I remember it because I didn't pay. It was under $200 rent, which is remarkably cheap even at the time. It was about the cheapest rent we could find anywhere, and a little microscopic apartment. But it was anyway. So this is the second contest I've ever won.
Cool.
So
Wow, it's been that long. Yeah, that's
it's
pretty
been
cool
that
though.
long. Well, I don't generally enter
Well, yeah.
contests.
Who
Well,
who
I
enters
say
contest?
that I've entered different, art submission kind of things, but this was really the first kind of thing like this where it's like, hey, do some art and submit it. You know,
Cool.
Not quite the same as, hey, submit an entry to the DC Comics
Yeah. Yeah.
internship program or whatever they got.
Yeah.
I knew I sunk when they were like, we only accept entries that have minorities in them. You
Oh,
know,
yeah. Yeah.
it's like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. I did not win that one. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, that wasn't DC. That was Oni Press.
Hmm.
Oni Press had I entered, and they literally in the rules said if your submission must be not must contain must be primarily um, a comic story with minority characters.
Hmm.
They didn't tell you what kind. And I'd done a story
You
with a
got to
guy.
really go off on that. I mean, you could find some minority out there that might. please you that wouldn't obviously
Yeah.
be politically incorrect in some way or other.
Well, that was they. You know what? They were supposed to tell you. You submitted it through some kind of portal, and they
Uh-huh.
were going to tell you like, "Oh, we'll get back with you and tell you." And they never told me. I never heard back from them at all. And and then all of a sudden, I started getting marketing emails from Oni
Mm-hmm.
Press, and I sent them an email. I was like, "How did you get my email address?" I did enter your contest or your talent search, but I never agreed to be emailed about, and they ignored me there.
Yeah, some of these operations, it's like it's not going to get any better with AI because you'll
No,
never
no,
actually
no,
get in
yeah,
touch with a human being after
oh yeah. Well, and
in a couple of years.
knowing now about, it's probably like, it's probably just as well. you
Yeah.
know, it's like, oh, Oni Press. Well, I mean, good grief, it's even like that one guy that worked for Marvel, and he said Marvel hadn't sent me a check in over a year.
Hmm.
It's like Marvel Comics, what? It's ridiculous, the lack of professionalism. Okay, so you had a story,
I had a
I
story
believe.
that I want to. This has been over a month ago, where I was in that cycle on a guy getting a Social Security where he just happens to hit his 5 week wait before his check arrives. So it can get kind of lean. And all
Oh
of a sudden,
yeah,
I had a check. It was absolutely blank, except for my address on the envelope. It just said me and no return address. You open it, the check is from something called it was a legitimate company called Pay something like that, not PayPal, but anyway, it was legit. I looked it up, and the check, that was all that was in the thing. It was made out to me for $190. And that's it. It was just a check. Now I had uh, signed up for a class action suit some months ago, and I forget, I guess there was enough motivation to sign up for it on the listing of what you might expect as a member of it.
oh yeah,
And so I just, my mind just jumped, say, this must be what that is. But it just bugged me that it was absolutely nothing but a check.
yeah. It's like, come on, let
Come
me.
on, this
So,
doesn't happen. You
so
know,
did you figure out what it was?
No, I never did. But I did cash it. And then I asked
Yeah,
Grok, Grok, should I cash a check that just arrives in the mail? And it said, no, do not cash that check. And it explained the sort of things that could
yeah.
happen to a guy that the check typically
Bounces.
bounces.
Yep.
And then they do all sorts of things to it. But this has gone on. This is way too far in the past for that scheme to have been what was worked out to happen to me. And
Yeah.
so basically, I must have been right. It must have been about the class action suit. But what a way to send it! It's like uh, just the money. Here you go.
Yeah.
Be
That's kind of
happy.
a. Yeah.
But anyway,
Ye-
it was nice. It was like I say, quite a drought at the time to
So
all of a sudden have the money.
I've
Go
been
ahead.
using Chat GTP at my work because
Ah,
you know what I figured out.
you
I
notice Dan's here. Scott, did you get
Oh,
the
Dan's
messages I
here.
sent today? Yeah, I
Oh
said
no, I
he's.
didn't. I didn't. Today was extremely busy. Uh, yeah. Sorry. I don't know if Dan heard my $500 story, but
Yeah,
uh,
I don't know. You'll have to
I don't know.
rewind.
Well, I'll tell him later, or I'll
Okay.
talk to him. The uh, so here's what I've been using Chat GTP
Hey,
for.
look. Okay, yeah,
What?
yeah. Go ahead and tell us. Yeet Presents wants to run chapter 3 of Black Critic.
Chapter 3?
Yeah,
Holy cow!
Black Cricket. How about that? They're into
They
it.
they had agreed to the first two. Three was kind of like, we'll see. Excellent. That's awesome news.
Hmm.
That's amazing news. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
better than even.
success, is what it is.
Yeah.
Success.
Yes. Anyway,
Okay, go ahead. Chat
well, I've been
GPT.
using Chat GTP to figure out my time at work because
Hmm.
I've got so I can only work 40 hours, and I've been using it to kind of keep track to tell me what time I need to leave in the evening in order to stay late enough on Friday that I don't raise eyebrows. Because if I leave too early, sometime, like for example, I have a meeting tomorrow at 9:30. So I've been using. It's been great because it told me, well, if you take an hour lunch every day and you leave at 5 every day, which gets me home a little earlier. I mean, that's what I've been doing this week. So,
Well,
but
you know why I'm not anti AI at all. Just imagine the headache and trouble. I mean,
no,
you're able to engineer what the task is. That's
yeah.
enough brain power for you. Say, I need this solved. It's just like a calculator.
Well, here's the funny thing. I tried Gemini because that's kind of the one we use at work because it's through Google and we have Gmail, or we pay for
Hey, you want an
Gmail.
update for Dan? He wants another color pinup for the inside cover, number 71,
Oh gosh.
for the new pinup.
Oh, from am I doing the pinup?
I don't know.
I should read my email.
Yeah.
No. The answer to that is not yet.
Yeah.
um. Anyway, I tried to use Gemini to do it. Gemini couldn't do the math. It kept screwing up the math.
Mm.
I would go, wait a
Well,
minute, you got
well,
this
that's the
figures
deal.
wrong.
Trusting what you get from any of these AI
Well,
things
here's how I
is
double check it. I have it tell me how many hours I should have every day, and I check that against the time clock.
yes, you are if you want to, that is.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. Do you want to do it? Yeah.
100% I want to do. Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh. All of a sudden I had this anxiety. Well, not anxiety,
Yeah. You've
just
got
this. Oh crap! Now I got to do it because I'm not really, and I'm not. I want to do it. Don't misinterpret this, Dan. But my
you got your
my
wheelhouse.
yeah. Well, yeah. I'm kind of a interiors guy,
Hmm.
really. But I'll do. I want to do it. Yeah, I want to do it. Who's doing the cover? Can I do the cover?
There you go.
Is uh anyway, what else?
Kevin and I made suggestions.
Oh, okay. I'll have to. I'm sorry. I today. First off,
First off,
you know, Dan, you're
I'm a
like a
busy
brother
man.
to me. You're like no. You're like a brother to me. No, don't take this the wrong way. But literally everything Dan does is on Facebook. He Facebook
Yeah.
messages me. He calls me on Facebook Messenger. Again, I love to talk to Dan. Anytime Dan calls, I love to talk to him. But I never look. I mean, I never look at Facebook Messenger, and I refuse to turn on notices on
Hmm.
yet another program. So I am sorry. I am always a day late and a dollar short to the conversations because everyone else seems to manage except for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. That issue is the one Rodney Bennett doing the cover.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't. Like I said, I got my hands full. I mean, I'll do the pinup. I want to do the pinup, but yeah. Uh, as you can see, I'm working on page 7 because, and Dan doesn't know this, and I'm glad Dan is on here. I jacked up my back last Friday. I
What'd
was
you
getting,
do?
well, you know what I did? I was getting
Well,
up in the morning and I was gonna get dressed, and I took some shoes, I picked them up, and I went, oh, I turned funny,
hmm.
and something in my back, and I had a muscle spasm, and I'm just now getting to where I feel good.
You know what you need? You need a 25 and a 35-pound kettlebell, just like me. And you need to start using that thing and discover a new you.
Maybe that's what I should buy with my $500. A gun
Well, it
sounds
wouldn't cost
fun.
that much.
Yeah, well, the gun sounds funner.
Yeah. That 500 bucks, Scott's going to buy a pistol. He's just that much more dangerous.
Yeah,
Dude,
a
what happened?
revolver.
I'm sorry, Scott. That sucks.
Well, so here's the part that will that involves Dan. I have not in the evening when I come home. I've been downstairs, sitting in the recliner with heat on my back,
Yeah, well, yeah.
being a wuss, and I
No,
told
that's not
myself,
that back when that goes. That's the
well,
center of the universe all of a sudden.
I'm really like I got to stay on top of this because Yeet is not going to wait for this guy.
He wants to know where the $500 came from.
Oh, he didn't
I
hear
guess
it. He
you'd have
didn't
to
hear it.
tell that
I
story
won
all
it.
over again.
I won a contest at my wife's work. Well, I didn't win the contest. She officially entered. They did a project and they wanted a challenge coin. And you may remember that's what I do at my work is challenge coins. And
I,
so
uh, one thing that occurs to me to ask is, how come all this $500 is yours?
because that was part of the deal going into it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
It's
said,
all
if we
you.
win, do I get the money? And
Okay,
she's
yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, she didn't care. Yeah, you can
She
have it.
doesn't care. Okay.
And I said, okay, I'm gonna buy a gun. And she's like,
Oh my
okay.
God.
My wife doesn't care if I buy. I mean, she only cares about spending the money. She doesn't care. All the guys at work are like jealous because my wife has no problem with me buying guns and ammo and.
Dan's been crashing early. This is the first night this week he's been up past 8 p.m.
Oh yeah.
I know that
So
feeling because, sometimes this kind of weather kind of like says, just give it up for the day.
it's been nice though
Oh,
lately.
yeah,
It's
it
supposed to
is
be
nice lately.
beautiful tomorrow.
Hmm.
Yes, I'm going down. I've been downtown in a couple of weeks. I'm going downtown tomorrow.
Very good.
I, I cannot wait.
Catch up on that.
Assuming my
Getting your
back doesn't.
miles in, yeah.
Yeah, assuming my back. Well, that's what I told Michelle. Now I'm at the point where it's just a little stiff.
Hmm.
So I said I need to walk, and getting a couple miles. And the streetcars are free until July. So if I get down there and I'm like I can't make it back, I can take a streetcar.
Hmm. Or get a little money in your wallet and get on one of those, what do they call
The
those things?
scooters.
Scooters.
Yeah, no, I
I,
think
I, I've always wanted to be on one of those, but that's an instant. You talk
oh
about your
god,
Darwin Awards.
my
You,
neighbor had something like that, but his was souped up. It had a chainsaw engine, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was pretty fast. And I rode it, and it was amazing. And then when they moved, he had it for sale for $50 in his garage sale. And I thought about and he was like, "Do you want to buy the scooter? I'll." And I go, I mean, it wasn't that I thought I would die, but I could see me hitting a bump and falling and like taking the handle right to my teeth,
yeah, well, you know
or
what? No,
something.
nothing looks simpler or easier or funner to do than jump on a horse. And then you realize once you get it even close to it, it says, I'm going to die up there if I get up on that horse. And it is a very dangerous thing. These guys that put actors on horse, they had an actor that was in Three Musketeers, died on a horse. So, yeah, these
Christopher
things,
Reeve, look what a horse did to him, man. Took out the Man of Steel.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
I
right.
mean,
It broke
didn't
his
kill
neck.
him, but do what?
Yeah, it broke his neck. Yeah,
Yeah, I
paralyzed
mean,
him.
yeah.
He Dan said he's a scoring director. What is that? It's been taxing, he says, but I've been up
Oh,
at 5 a.m.
Dan,
working on
Dan,
scripts.
Dan. Yeah, well, Dan works for a company that scores tests.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's like a bigwig at the company or something.
Yikes on that
I think he's.
handle image. I'm not sure what
Oh
that.
yeah, no. I don't want to take. I fell at work a few months ago, walking. I tripped on the sidewalk. There was a lip, and it caught my toe, and I went down,
I
and
remember
it
that.
happened so fast. I know what happened. Later, I figured out I hit my knee, my elbow, and then my face. But I think a lot about if I'd have gone straight to my face, I may have lost all my front teeth or all my teeth. Who knows? I mean, it could have been bad.
Anybody that's had an actual fall like that, all they can replay through their brain is just how quickly it's all over.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, it's like,
It's
holy
like,
cow, the ground came up fast.
why couldn't I have done that rollout thing I trained for months at
Dude,
in martial arts?
you know how you'll stumble and you put your foot out and catch yourself?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I tried to do that, but my foot was I was already past
Yeah,
that
you were
point,
you
and I
were
think that's why my knee hit instead of like flat on my chest or something.
uh-huh.
Because I was trying to get my foot out under myself, but I mean, I remember it was stuck on that stupid sidewalk. I mean, it was like I could tug on it, but it wasn't going anywhere. You know.
Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, actors they are told early on by their entire peer group to lie in any way to get you the part,
Oh
and you have a
yeah.
bunch of guys that all of a sudden get on something they've never ridden a horse and they think they're going to fake it because what is there to it?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, huh. I've
yeah,
ridden a horse about half a dozen times, and it
yeah.
sucks.
Everybody that's ever ridden a horse like that is never ridden one before realizes it's all up to the horse now. I don't know what we're going to do here, but the horse maybe does.
Oh yeah, the horse. Yeah, yeah. I've ridden horses, and I'm talking about like tame horses at places where they're like, yes, you can ride our horse. We've got horse rides, and those beasts. And I know, they're like, well, this guy doesn't like horses.
Hmm.
I don't like riding them. I don't like them as animals.
I like
I
to feed
mean,
them. I like to give them an apple. It's fun to watch
yeah,
them
I don't.
eat.
Screw those horses. They're good for nothing at this point. They're an appendage on society.
Yeah.
Well, I say that. I know people like horses, and
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah.
I'm just kidding. But I don't. I mean, like I said, I've ridden one a couple times. My parents' farm. Actually, one of the tenants when I was a kid, they had several horses that I rode. They occasionally be like, "You want to ride old Smoky?" Dumb
Even
kid.
Silver,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Even Silver.
Even
Silver
yeah.
is beloved. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
here's the problem.
Oliver Reed.
Silver is an anachronism. That's why I say currently. In cowboy days, they were great.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well,
Now,
supposedly, according to Elmore Leonard westerns and Trigger. What about Trigger? Yeah, according to Elmore Leonard westerns, the best way to kill some guy you wanted to kill out there in the wilderness, on the prairie or whatever, was kill his
kill his horse.
horse.
Kill his
Yeah,
horse.
yeah, no, don't worry. You aim for the big target and then just leave him. Because
Yeah.
a man without a horse in a certain kind of like environment, he's not going to make it.
Yes.
And I think that was in Tell Them Valdez is coming as a
It's
philosophy
a good philosophy.
or a tactic, rather.
Anyway, so I have not been drawing like I should, Dan, because I've been drawing. I just can't. I mean, today's the first day that I really felt like sitting there. And yesterday wasn't too bad during the day, but I got home and I was like, oh, I need to put heat on my back. Now it's
Yeah.
just kind of stiff. Like I said, I'm hoping tomorrow I go
Yes.
downtown and get a few miles under my belt and loosen
No
everything
worries,
up.
Scott.
Yeah, that's what he
From day.
says now. When they're looking for Yeet number 7, he'll be like, "Hey, where's that book at?"
I thought Dan was making a joke there for a second when he said "man without a horse was up the creek." I was thinking of a man called horse.
Oh yeah, man without a horse is up the creek. At least in the old
I,
west.
I have had those days too.
Yeah, but I've really like told myself now that this is being published, I better get my. I need to be a little more disciplined about getting stuff done. Because the problem is until now it's kind of been like we're speculative. Now it's like, oh, somebody
Now
actually
we got an
wants these.
audience.
Now
Yeah.
we have an audience, and people have been pretty nice about. We've gotten quite a few comments. Of course, there's a Yeet Facebook group that likes it, or has talked about liking it. So several people. That's neat. That's kind of neat.
I think anything that puts out a body of work out like that, it's just a groovy thing because you put it you've scrapbooked it. It's a what do you call it? A time capsule of what
Yeah,
you two were doing. You and Dan both have had a creative thing happen that
yeah.
is, there it is. There it sits.
Well, and that's kind of the cool thing is getting to know Dan and I talked to Dan on the phone.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at these plans. Self-published 5 and 8 and have a volume of 9 through 12. That
yep.
seems like a lot of work from now. I don't know.
Um, I didn't even, I turned the TV on and I didn't turn on the feed. Uh, yeah, no. I think Later the next, and then self-publish 5. I think if we're gonna self-publish 5 and 8, we probably need to self-publish 1 through 4. I don't know. I'd have to look at them and see. I don't know. I mean, it's nice that it's come out. You know, I don't.
Mhm.
I mean, I think, I've been pretty clear. Like, I've kind of come to the conclusion that if you want to make money in comics, it's probably not going
Oh,
to happen.
yeah, it's not going to
You
happen.
know, I mean, it's
So
just not it's not that kind of thing. And
you have
so,
to weigh it against time, unless you can figure out a way to Henry Ford it and turn it into some sort of pipeline where you do a little bit less than you're doing, and at the same time you get a cool product. I mean, you're just part of it, and it's just flowing,
well, that's
going
kind
down
of,
the
I mean,
line.
that's
That's
kind
what
of
you're
what we're
doing. Yeah,
doing.
of
Yeah.
course, obviously, that's the
I
only
mean,
way
that's the
comics are
thing is
done.
like, so with this, I can pencil, which I enjoy doing, and then we got an inker. Jeff is the inker, and he and I'll be honest, it took me a while to get used to it because he's got a very strong style, but I think it works really well.
Yeah,
And
I thought that too when I saw the result. Yeah, you guys
yeah,
are
and
it works
and
well together.
yeah, and I like it, and I think that people like it, and but I don't. But that way, because like with Heaven's Rejects, doing the pencils and the inks was just a lot,
Hmm.
and even though at this point I think I've done more on this book than I did on that. The chapter that was 4 issues. It's probably close because these is like 12 pages, so they're not full issues, or not
Dan's
each
already
one.
thinking ahead to the toy line. He's right.
Oh
You guys
yeah,
get a toy line, you're in.
yeah.
Good.
I honestly think that the our path to I would really love to see it that we release a small, like, a what is it, the Takabon manga, anime, manga size, that's grayscale, because I think if we do it grayscale, I mean, I know, the colors, but man, I think if we do it grayscale, we can keep the cost down. And if we
Hmm.
could do a like a semi manga style, smaller, black and white, and sell it. I don't know. Maybe the first 4 issues for like $10. I don't know if that's enough pages. May need more pages than that.
Tank,
But what it?
yeah, Tankabon. Is that a shorthand for what you're talking about there? Tankabon is
Yes,
what
I
he's
think it's
saying.
pronounced Takama. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but I think I'm
Okay.
pronouncing it right. I'm pronouncing it how DL Nelson pronounces it on our
Mm,
podcast.
okay.
Takamon. He calls it Takamon. Oh, speaking of speaking of
EL.
of books,
Hmm.
I got this in the mail today.
Oh, let's look. Well, I just sent you a little link to something that I
Yes. So did you see my response to that?
you said you have done a YouTube video on it,
Yeah,
which is
like the other
fascinating.
night, like
That's interesting.
Monday, I
You
did a
talk about
YouTube video.
synchronicity. We got synchronicity all the time, it seems like.
Yeah, it does. I got money, you got money, you got a book, I got the. I've had that book forever, and I thought, you know what? I bet this good. It's got a little bit of traction. I am, well, I don't want to say that. Anyway, well,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
say it. I tell you, I'm, and I know people hate on AI, but I'm using AI to write my
Hmm.
description and titles and tags for my videos. AI, Ellis, will go in. You
It
know what I
gives you
had
that
it?
shortcut you need that's making it happen. Yeah.
It will go. I loaded the video and I sent AI the link and I said, watch this video. Watch this video. I didn't tell it what it was about. I said, watch this video and tell me, suggest a title, a description, and tags.
Wow.
And
And
it
this
watched
is
it.
Chat GPT.
No, this was Gemini.
Okay, Gemini.
It will watch your. And I said, can you look at my YouTube channel and tell me what you think about it and make suggestions? and it sent me some ideas, and it said, your most popular video is this. At this time, you talk about this. You should make a video just on that and call it this and describe it as this, and it will do well. I haven't done
Wow.
it because I'd have to edit the video, you
Hmm.
know, which wouldn't be that big a deal. But this all happened this week, man. Anyway, here's THB. They're going to release all of Paul Pope's THB. I'm not the biggest Paul Pope fan in the world, but I've read his stuff for a long time,
Well, did
and
he do the Battling Boy? Because that looks nothing
he
like
did. Yeah, I
Battling
did
Boy.
Battling Boy.
Well, go through that again. I want to see a couple of pages. Let me maximize you
This
here.
is this is early Paul Pope. This is
Did you see where Dan said, "Have you seen my recent purchases?" His
yeah,
creepy Toth collection and
yes,
comics of Frazetta and the Frazetta book, especially.
yep. I saw those. That stuff looks good.
Let me see how I maximize you. What the deal? Here we go. There it is. I thought I did it. I didn't do it. Okay. Somewhere there is the thing on this that I pushed that. Here you go. There we go. Finally. Look at that. That's so rough looking. Cool.
Oh
Dig it.
yeah, it's
It's
early Paul
also, it's
Pope.
like, it's almost doesn't look planned. It looks like he's
Almost
like,
like automatic drawing.
yeah, yeah. It looks like he started in a corner and went down like Kirby was alleged to be able to
I mean, this
do.
literally came in today, so I don't know. I can't. I don't have. I don't know anything about it except for this is the. I mean, this is his first. And this is the first thing he did before he did anything. He did a lot of
I
this.
wonder if he could even let himself do something like that nowadays. It's like sometimes you look at some of your early stuff and you realize, my gosh, why can't I do that anymore? Basically,
Not me. I look at those. I look at the even the early issues of Black Cricket. I think, oh my gosh, I've gotten better since then. I do. I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but and I appreciate everybody that like
what is Hamilton? Check them on Hamilton. His books were, he says, they're dirt cheap.
Hamilton is a
Cool book.
it's a bookseller,
Okay.
and I used to get this paper in the mail like a magazine, but it was newsprint, and it was this company that sold books, and they're always really discounted, and they'd have art books, and they had all kinds of stuff. It seemed like it was art books, cookbooks, and like photography books. It didn't have a lot of like, you know, like genre stuff or like comic books. But me and this other guy at work, we'd order them, and it literally like mail them a check. This is back in the '90s, and we would split the shipping because the shipping was always kind of a little pricey.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought, man, they had some Sid Mead books for one time, and I bought a couple Sid Mead books through
Oh
them and
yeah,
stuff.
some of
This
those
is back.
become collectibles instantly the
Oh, I've
moment.
got those big oversized books of his.
Uh-huh.
Those go for a couple $100, man.
Yeah.
I like Sid Mead stuff a lot, but what's funny is when you get outside of the Sid Mead,
And
and you
you
start
see
looking
that,
at other people that do that, you realize his style wasn't really that much different than a lot of people. He just kind of happened to hit
yeah.
at the right time,
Well, he came out of
the art center.
The art center. Yeah, Scott, I have gotten some great comments on your work. Dakota Alexander mentioned he could see how much stronger the art is getting.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's great. I love Dakota's work.
cool.
He's the guy that draws very. I mean, he draws very like Bronze Age style. I think that's what he's mostly got. Yeah, and he's a pretty good artist. Yeah, he's a really good artist. I take this as a huge compliment.
Groovy. It's I published a recent. Oh, I got to tell you this because it astounded me when I realized this. But and I wish I'd written. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Um, I did a video recently, and it's cool. You do a quick video, and and it only got about 20 looks, but it's cool, to do something.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about, I wonder how my old Corbin video did that I did on my non-monetized side of it.
Oh
That thing
God.
is at 27,000 looks. Can you
Oh my
believe
gosh,
that?
Ellis,
And
that's a
that,
yeah.
it's on the non-monetized side,
Why do
yes.
you have a
Well,
non-monetized
I
YouTube
can't
channel?
even find the thing anymore. I've been trying to find it. I think it's on my hard drive that's going bad. I've got to try
Oh,
to
the
get it off.
video.
Yeah,
The
yeah, the video.
Oh gosh, if you had it, you could load it on your monetized site, or
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
send it to me and I'll load it on my monetized
yeah,
site.
yeah. If I could ever find it, that's the deal.
What I should do is set up my tripod, put your YouTube on, film it,
Mhm.
and then pirate it.
Well, there's the easy downloading options. I've got a downloading option that gives it to me downloaded, but I have to send them some extra money. Otherwise, I got a
Yep.
watermark on it.
Oh,
So I'll
yeah.
send them some
And
extra
so
money
what?
someday, and I'll just download it myself, and then.
Will you not? Okay, my idea is free.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah, but
So
no.
get my tripod. I'm gonna do that tonight. That'll be.
Go ahead.
I
Can
will.
can you imagine though something slipping up on you like that? That I was actually at 27,000. That's a huge success
I've
for a
I've
guy.
had a I've had a couple that have gotten up there, and some of them. I did one on the new Bridgman book, and it's gotten like 36,000 views, but
Wow.
probably 34 of them were before I was monetized.
Yeah, yeah. What if we got Dakota for the third cover?
Oh, that'd be cool if he'd do it. I wonder how much he'd charge. Hmm. Maybe we could trick him into doing it for free.
I'll do it for free. I'll do a cover for you for free.
There you go.
If you guys want me to do a cover for you
Ellis will agree to do it and then not do it,
and
and then
not
he'll
do it.
go. Then he'll go. I drew this. I don't know if it looks like the black cricket, but I
Yeah,
drew it.
exactly. I'll just
The
understand before
black
we go
cricket.
into this, I
He,
can't be edited. And then
right. I
and
understand.
then I'll,
If
then
I
I'll do.
draw black cricket like Bug and the Micronauts, it's not my
Yeah,
fault.
yeah. Yeah. That's the way that would go.
That is exactly. So I'll tell a story because I think Dan will like this. So Free Comic Book Day, there's a local store that for years they'd have me out and do free sketches for people, and it's really you do them quick, and it's. I worked a lot in like Sharpies. That's the I mean, people seemed happy about it, and
Mhm.
and the guy paid us in store credit, which was fine. Store credit's
Oh
fine.
yeah, yeah. I got a great book out of
So
him one
Ellis
tall.
goes out there, and so what they do is people come up and they go, "Can you draw this for me?" And like normally, if you don't know what the character looks like, you look it up on your phone, or they'd look it up, or they'd bring you a comic or something. They would give you something to go off of. Not Ellis. Ellis, can you draw me this? And Ellis would go, well, I think that character would look like this. Never heard of it before, but I
Yeah.
think it would look like this.
I don't know if I dove in that deep without reference. I'd probably ask. You know,
And
I
just say,
usually only took
is
on
it a
stuff.
male or female character?
Yeah,
Tell
yeah,
me.
yeah. Exactly.
Who's what's his motivation?
Yeah. No,
Oh, it wasn't that bad, but you did you did, there was somebody you drew and it looked cool, but I was like, that's not
that is
really what the
nothing like.
yeah. I think it was the Flash. You were kind of guessing it.
Whoa, what do you call that? On model. I was off model a bit.
Very
Yeah.
off model. So hang on. I'm gonna grab that book that I want to show you if
Okay.
you've never seen this book because you're familiar with Bridgman,
Oh yeah.
and it's right over there here.
I didn't.
Let's
So
see.
they've basically bundled up some old materials and put it out again, huh?
Well, I'll show it to you, and then you won't have to guess.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Makes sense.
do you like Kashiru Otomo, the
Sure.
Akira?
Oh yeah.
I've been kind of cleaning out my bookshelves lately.
Well, I like the big omnibus black and white stuff they collected of it. I don't
I
like
have.
I don't like it in color.
Well, okay.
Is
Hang
that
on.
what you got, color?
No, I got a book. If you want it, I'll give it to you. Because I got two of them. Because I bought it, and then it came in the. I bought the big. I I got the big hardcover Akira, and I believe it came with this book. And if it did, and you want this, you can have it.
Cool, groovy. Wow, that
And
is a big, nice book. Holy
well, I mean,
crap!
it's not, and it's got. I mean,
Who wouldn't want that? I don't know when I'll see you again, but
it's got color in it. I gotta
oh,
I gotta double check and make sure I got a copy. I think that
yeah, yeah.
big
You
Akira
don't have to
box
give me
set.
that. Look at that. Oh, it is beautiful though. That's great color.
So if
But
I give
it's got a making. It's a making of book.
kind of, yeah, it's got extra stuff, because it was originally ran in a magazine, and it's see, this is what our stuff should look like, Dan. We should,
Yeah, yeah.
and I mean, just the gray, the zipatone,
Mm-hmm.
not grayscale. We don't want it gray. We want dots.
Right.
I mean, it's not
It's
gonna
got
look like it because I drew
that's
it,
good. It's got so much more
but
charm.
well, I just think it would be cool to put that
Mm-hmm.
out. What are these stickers? Anyway, I'll look if I've got a couple. If I got another copy of this, you're welcome to this one, Ellis.
Okay, cool.
So you
Hey,
wouldn't be in. Okay, I mean,
I
I'll give
would,
it to
I
you,
would be, I
obviously.
would be interested enough, but I would understand it if you decide that is just. Oh, here's the Bridgman book.
Here's the so
Uh,
this is the fifth edition, and
mhm,
so what they did, which this is the compilation, right? Because they've got the 5 or 6 books: Life, Drawing Human Machine, Constructive Anatomy, Hands, Drawing Heads, or whatever. And I got all those, but then they did this, which Bridgman didn't write any of these. Oh, Dan agrees.
mhm,
So so this is, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the compilation of this.
mhm,
It's about this size, and anyway, what they did is they went in and rescanned all the art, and they rewrote the notes. It's not a lot different, but it's a little bit different. And I got Bridgman, and I haven't sat down and compared the two, but I did a video on this, and it's gone nuts.
mhm.
Because everyone always
That's
says you got to read Bridgman, which I agree
mhm,
with. I mean, if you're going to draw
mhm.
comic books, I
Well,
guarantee
even
you
even
Dakota
really
Alexander's read Bridgman.
really good artists will talk about like Marshall Vandruff, who taught a really well thought of anatomy course at Cal State Fullerton. He's also on. He's really so well thought of. He's on Proco's channel all the time. He's practically a
Oh yeah,
co-host on one of his shows.
yeah.
And so Vandruff is, known as the anatomy guy, but he talks about the fact that he's still peeling back what it was that he was looking at that Bridgman was trying to illustrate for
Yeah.
everyone there, because you can
There's a
always be finding something new about what he's
yeah
trying to tell you.
yeah. I mean, well, first off, I think anatomy books are like that because, like a lot of books, anatomy, and I would compare it to the Bible actually, but the more
Hmm.
you study, the more you understand what you're studying,
Hmm.
and so the more you know, the more some of this stuff makes sense to you. And I think anatomy's like that, and like I said, I think the Bible's like that also.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
and Bridgman is so fundamental. It's a. I mean, not anyone that doesn't at least have had a passing acquaintance with Bridgman is. It's like, well, are you really an artist? I mean, I'm not saying it has to be, but
Hmm.
it's just so there's so much there. It's so well thought of. It's so foundational that it's
Hmm.
like,
Yeah,
well,
foundational would be the word. Yep.
and there's a lot there, and you can read it and go back to it, and you go, oh, this is kind of like you said, Vandruff does. It's like, oh, I kind of get what he's saying now,
Yeah,
or
yeah. I finally get this. Yeah.
yeah, and I think part of that is it's not, and I don't think anatomy can be this way, and I think this is why people struggle with it in one way because They want like the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Draw it like this, and you can't really say draw it like this because for one thing, the human body's always moving.
Uh-huh.
It's like trying to learn the forearm. Well, if you don't understand it rotates and have some kind of plan for that rotation, you're going to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the human body, the whole body moves. So you have to take into account everything moves around and and what you see like in an anatomy diagram is not really what you see because they're showing you
No.
muscles, but it's covered by
Mm-hmm.
flesh and fat, and so there's a lot to learn and it's hard to master. What's it's like there was used to be an ad for some kind of game, and I think it was I forget some board game that said simple to learn, hard to master,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that would apply to anatomy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll just show this PDF that I shared with you.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Share a screen.
Well, I've flipped. When you sent that, as soon as I saw the name, did that cover my cousin, by the way?
What came from your cousin?
Did that didn't?
Oh, no, no.
Oh, when I opened it, it had his name on it, and it must have
Oh,
been
oh, Mario, huh? Okay.
yeah, it must have been something else that you shared that he did or something. Maybe
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
because it
maybe he
just
got it too. I don't know.
well yeah. Anyway, the yeah, but I've got the books. I mean, I didn't. I mean, you did. So you didn't know that had him on that I did a YouTube about him.
No, I did not. I was going
Oh,
to show our audience what I was talking about.
let's see, where'd mine go? Over here somewhere. I don't see them. Mine are around here because I did that. I did that video about them. Which here was the outcome of my video. I like them, they were kind of. I think for what you pay, there are better options. It's very the. I think again, it's like the other book I reviewed. The proportions are very skewed, and
Or
I think
are you showing that book?
no,
Okay.
no,
I heard something.
oh yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm rummaging around. I found my no. I saw duck. I was looking for drafting tape the other day, and I found drafting tape. So I was like, oh, I need that. I was looking for that book. I have a
Well, anyway,
pile
the
or
book
two
is
of
called Point Character. What
anatomy.
is it? Yeah, Point
Oh no,
something
port character drawing by Taco.
by Taco.
He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's just beautiful simplifications of how to
But it's
do stuff.
I think that, and that's what I said is I said I think the drawings are beautiful, but I think the I don't think there's a lot of teaching going on in that book. I guess
Oh
is
my goodness, I couldn't disagree more. I mean, God, I would have
yeah.
loved to have a couple of pointers like that when I was inventing figures at an earlier time. I was going to say
Yeah.
about
But I mean, are you talking about when you were 17 or when you were 23?
just any time in life. I think this stuff is always just really when it's that good. You still say, "Oh, I can get some out of this," just like that.
I disagree. I think that
You don't think
there's
you can get anything out of that, huh?
not at certain points. I don't
Uh,
think it's a good book for a beginner.
hmm, okay.
Well, there are better books. I mean, it's not a cheap book.
Oh no, it's not. No,
I
it's
mean,
not
you
too
got it for
cheap.
free.
Yeah, well,
Would you have paid
yes.
for it though? Would you have paid for it?
Well, I looked at it, thought about it seriously, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Okay.
I then immediately said, "Where can I dive into Pirate Cove and
Uh,
come away with a copy of this?" And I found one. Like everybody can these days. You can
yeah,
always.
it's kind of it's yeah.
Um, what was I going to say about Bridgman? There's a time in my life that I I spent a week copying Bridgman, just sitting on my couch copying Bridgman. And you talk about the light bulb coming on in your head. All I had to do was see the relationship between the head mass, the chest mass, and the hip mass.
Yep.
And I was rolling on how to invent a figure, and that I haven't had a bigger breakthrough in my, character invention life since then. I mean, it was just the biggest thing I could have possibly come across to
I
invent
said
the
something
figure.
very similar, not, but just the idea of you need to know, don't worry about the muscles, worry about the mass.
Oh yeah, the shape.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
the
the
shape, get
big
the
shapes.
shape. Yeah, I got something like that from Glenn Vilppu's book
Yes, that's
because
good,
he
very good
talks
stuff.
about that same kind of thing. I mean, Bridgman even recommend in the Bridgman book, he even recommends making a model of the masses, which is
Hmm.
probably a good idea. I
Oh
mean, he goes
yeah,
through the
yeah,
whole wind to, make a spine out of wire and,
yeah. Sure, sure. An armature. Yeah, just
and
the
the,
armature teaches you so
yeah,
much.
just,
Hey, Dan is calling it a night, guys. I think I'll
okay.
call it.
Oh, Dan, don't leave.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell Dan that I'm going to reach out to him because my wife is going to Miami next weekend. So Valentine's Day, she's going to be in Miami for a work thing. I opted not to go because I don't want to go.
Hmm.
And I'll be home. And the 14th is Saturday. So I'll be watching Svengoolie. So give me something good. I'll be watching Svengoolie. And maybe I'll call him. So unless he's,
You guys will have
you
a
know,
long phone call.
yeah. Oh, well, yeah. We, we, we usually talk about the length of Svengoolie anyway. So it's
Check the
okay.
messages for the suggestions we made and let me know what you think.
Oh, okay.
And
I'll check that. I can't check it now because my phone is what I'm.
and he says, okay, on the idea about a phone call.
Yeah,
Okay, I think we're about done too, Scott. We're at
yeah, I
50,
think we are.
52 minutes.
I made a little progress tonight.
Dude, September 14, September 4. How did I say
Oh, did
that?
I say? Did I
September?
say September? Oh, did I say that? February.
February
Oh, February
14th
14th. Oh, okay. I thought.
is double feature night.
Oh, nice.
Dracula 31 and Dino Shark. I skipped Dino Shark.
Gotcha, Dino Shark. Oh, it's the original Dracula. I just read the Dracula book.
How about that?
Did we talk about that? I'm doing library.
I think we did start a talk. Oh, and the only thing I wanted to mention was Gloria before we call it a night. I just saw my first John Cassavetes movie, Gloria,
Oh,
which starred his wife, Gina Rowlands, and she got an Oscar nomination for it. And you can see why. There's nobody you're going to watch in a movie more committed every time she's on camera than that woman playing a tough mobster gal. And it was just what it is though is like 90% imperfection. And at the same time, I recommend it. It's like this was so cool. I put it together in my head as something that was underwritten, undershot, and it's so unique that it's really cool. So it's at the library. You can check it out if you
oh.
want to see it, Scott.
I will look for it.
And then they remade it about 10 years or maybe 20 years later with Sharon Stone at her peak sexiness. But apparently it just bombed totally and is apparently a pretty bad movie. But I still want to see it because it's got Sharon Stone at her peak sexiness. She's got her hair all blown out and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
That era. Okay, and it's
Well,
direct.
yeah. That's the beginning and the end. I think of Sharon Stone as far as if I think I don't know that. Well, never
Oh,
mind.
she was great all the way up until like Casino and beyond a couple of places. Okay, well, that I guess we'll call it quit. Let's see one last thing for the last few screenings. Sven shows the 1953 French release that has a soundtrack that really moves the movie along. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what is he talking about? Dracula that Spin
Must
shows is really good.
Svengoolie,
Oh,
and
okay.
he's talking about he's
Oh,
showing
the music
Dracula.
makes a difference.
The
Okay.
music makes it. Yeah, there's not much music, I don't think, in the original
Yeah.
Dracula. There may be a little bit,
She
not
was hot in
much. I don't.
Police Academy 4. Yeah, yeah. Good old Sharon Stone. She was. Because that's the deal. She's in a mini skirt, and it's like, good Lord, who's got long legs like that nowadays? You know, it's like she was something else. I saw the trailers on this DVD, so I said, well, you know what? I might watch that for a few minutes anyway.
Maybe I'll watch that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's going to take paying for it, renting it on something.
Oh yeah, you may regret that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll end it. Hey, we'll see you, Dan.
See you, Dan.